forgot my camera this morning. Too caught up in just camping. So I had my egg, put that back on the boat, clean out the fire a little bit from last night's dinner. Gotta wash my pans and wait on Kent. I might end up going in town to do my laundry. I'm gonna scope it out first, see how much clothes I have that's clean, get into some clean clothes, and maybe go to the laundromat. But I really want to get my computer out and start downloading some of these videos, so I have enough little microchips to carry it through, so I don't have to do it on a beach somewhere or something like that. It's much easier here. But it was a beautiful morning this morning. Dude came out here right at the crack of dawn, went out there and went fishing for a while, and he gave up, I guess, because he was only there for an hour. He was gone like an hour later. But looks like that guy might be taking his boat out. But it's coming to an end. I leave tomorrow to go to Tangier, and with Kent, I'm gonna take him and show him a few of these sites before we take off. I want to take him down there and to the beach that I was on yesterday. And I want to go to that smoke show, that stack, that old bread factory supposedly. If I go into town, I got to remind myself to ask some old man that's been here forever what that was. But as you can see, very little wind. Breezing through the trees, but not much. Not like it was the past 4 days. Good grief. So shower, new clothes, get the computer out, clean my dishes up. That should take up a couple hours. All right, so I showered and I feel a lot better. So it's always after shower, but I did some work around the campsite a little bit, cleaned up a little bit, had trash everywhere. I think that squirrel came by last night or this morning early and moved some stuff around. But anyways, I cleaned my dishes. I don't think I have. I'm pretty sure I haven't. But there's nowhere to clean your dishes here. There's no like station or anything, so I had to clean them in the shower. It's the only choice I had. I couldn't even find a water hose. But maybe there's one by the dock or the boathouse over there. I don't know. But I looked all over on that one and went to that one. That one doesn't even have a shower facility. But anyways, I'm gonna go wash my clothes, I think. So I know I only have tonight and tomorrow night, but I just don't feel good with only having one. Like, this is the only long sleeve shirt that I have. Battery died. This is the only long sleeve shirt that I have, and like my sweatshirt, I have one other one, and if I'm wearing that one and it gets wet, then I don't have a clean one, and I ain't wearing dirty clothes. So I got some time to kill, and then I'll come back to the campsite, get on my computer. It's fully charged, and I'll download some videos, and by then Kent will be here. Kent and his boy. So be a full day. All right, he's got it posted in the way, and I don't go fast when I go through those signs, because you got to protect people's property, and I'm sure he's worried about erosion. But anyways, I wanted to show this house. He's got an external wood furnace that I guess he heats his whole house with. I think that's pretty cool. But he built it in the shape of a lighthouse. He's got that little ramp he can put his boat in and out. He don't ever have to leave his property except to get gas, groceries, work, unless he works at home. Got this little old covered dock there. So there must have been an older house here, because that's really old, like from the 50s old. But he probably tore the house down because his parents or something, they died off. But it's pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna go in here and dock my boat. Give the lady $5. Keep it here for a while, up to 2 hours, which is probably how long it's gonna take me to do the laundry and take my laundry up the street here. I'm gonna leave the GoPro here because where I'm going, I gotta pass through a neighborhood. I really don't want this thing sticking out of my pants leg or anything, so I'm leaving it here. All right, so the marina here has pretty nice laundry facilities. I tried calling them this morning, but they wouldn't answer. So I figured I was gonna go to the one that's about 5 or 6 blocks away and not in a very good section of town, but it'd been fine, I would have done it. So I'm over there at that red building and I'm gonna wash my clothes. I got a magazine to read. I'll sit under those at the picnic table over there and just wait. So that's pretty cool. I don't have to leave. It's right here. So it's been 20 plus 3 years since I've been here, and this pavilion I'm 99% sure was not here. I'll have to ask Kent, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't here because I just remember that bathhouse being there. It's an old one. But this was full of boats. I guess they parked the boats on the other side now. But at the time, they were parking boats here. Because I remember the tornado coming. That's the water tower right there. And I remember that tornado just came straight down, like Main Street, basically. And then went off into the water and disappeared. Became a water spout, but it picked up these boats that were by the fence line. And they had a different fence now, but back then it was just a regular, like, yard fence. It wasn't that high. But those boats flew up in the air. I couldn't believe it. Some of them didn't because they were too heavy, but the smaller ones were up in the air and they ended up like over there somewhere. But it was bananas. That project was there. Obviously, it's been there since like the 70s, probably. Great place to put it, right near the water. I'm sure they enjoy it though. Come down here and fish, whatever. I don't know why I'm recording the wash machine, but it just kind of struck me as funny if I did. I'll tell you what, that is one big cat. I'm at least 100, 150 yards away from that thing. I don't know what it is. It probably is a cat, but it's just big. He ain't got no worries about no predators. Oh, that ain't no cat. It's like a fox. And he's looking at me. That ain't no cat. I'll let him be. All right, I saw this when I was at that laundromat, and I saw it from the water museum. That's closed. Too bad it's not open. I'd go in there. But they have this other thing that I think is pretty cool, and I'll show it. It's just the town of Crisfield was a, or is still a big crabbing industry. It has a big crabbing industry. So basically, it just shows the history of the industry they have here. So these are for what they call peelers, and they have to. I do know they have to watch them like a hawk, like every couple hours, check them and put them in a different thing or whatever. See, yeah, if you go from there to there, they're not soft shell. You can eat the crab. I don't think you eat it here.
but these are good for fishing. Oh no, not this. This one and this one. And this is what they use, I think, for oysters. And you know that thing's gotten some use. Crab pots, seen a bunch of those on the beach. I think they dig these crabs up in the wintertime because the crabs go into hibernation. I'm not a waterman, so I really don't know, but and then they dredge for them. I think you have to have a special permit for that, I think. I'm not really sure. Probably by now you do anyways. But man, that's an old style of fishing right there. Look at that anchor. It's like from Captain Hook era. Or Captain Cook, not Captain Hook. Captain Hook is it's fairy tale land. Captain Cook. Captain Hook. He really did exist. No, he did not. All right, my clothes are drying, and hopefully they'll be dry in a few more minutes. That's a pretty cool place. Waterman's Museum. It's too bad. I wonder if anybody's in here. New hours. And it says today they are closed. It's too bad. It looked like it would be pretty cool. Sit out here and watch the boats go by. That's my kind of front porch right there, buddy. Look at that. Sitting here overlooking the marina. Pretty cool. Now that's a boat. That thing could take anything and give at it. Evans 50. Chesapeake Bay Foundation. I guess they give tours on it or whatever. Who knows? Yeah, after Labor Day, this place kind of shuts down. Still a little bit going on. I know from the marina lady, she said that after, I think November, mid-November or something like that, the liveaboards can't live aboard the boats anymore. So I guess they go to another slip or go to a different place or something, who knows. But they turn the water off. I guess because of the pipes freezing and whatnot. And they will. But here's a really cool Montauk 19 Boston whaler I spotted earlier. That's a newer one. Probably a 16 or 17 maybe. If I got close enough to the back of the hull, I could tell, I could read it, but I don't need to go down there. Look how much bigger it is than mine. That's a 19 Montauk, and it's probably 2 foot wider than my boat, with 25 more horsepower. That's it. It needs a 150 on it. This guy right here, he put a 40 Mercury on that little skiff. In fact, if you look good enough, you can see that he had to raise it up to get the motor right so it wouldn't be too deep in the transom. I bet you that thing will go. Carefully, he could flip that boat easily. I got a little Boston whaler, 13 foot. It's my daughter's now, but it's got a 40 on it. And if the wind's right and you're going against them, it could easily flip. I've had to come close to that a couple times. Most of them with Kent. Shit, he loves going out in the rough water. So I found me a place that was open. Lord, And I got me a crab cake. So I'm gonna eat it when I get over there to the laundry. It should be done by the time I get back. But been a while since I've had crab cake. Definitely have it at Tangier. I think that place is only opened. Oh wow. There's another place to eat. I didn't see that place. There's 2 places that are open. Alright, I just checked the laundry. 9 minutes. Time to eat my crab cake. I hadn't seen it yet. Watched them cook it though. It looked good. That place that I went to is 101 years old. They had photographs down there. I wish I would GoPro'd it, but they were looking at me kind of funny. So I figured I'd let it ride. Because I had my GoPro in my hand. Probably didn't want to be on camera. So he was saying that he gets his crab locally. The guy catches it and his wife picks it. So I'm sure it's good. It is good.
Did you hear what I did?
And I usually use my shirt. It's a good crab cake. I think I'll have some at the Eastern Shore. I mean, not Eastern Shore, on Tangier. Because I think we're gonna go there tomorrow. I've had more Coke on this trip. This is like the 3rd one I've had. And I've had in probably 5-8 months. Back to drinking water when I get home. That was pretty good. I'm gonna check my laundry. All right, my laundry's done, nice and warm. So I've got all the clean clothes I need for sure. Not worried about anything. If we get rain Friday, I'll have I have a full rain suit, but you know that doesn't keep all the rain out. So head back to the campsite. Kent should be arriving in a couple hours. I gotta pull my computer off my boat, plug it up, and I've got two little mini cards to download, and one of them's this one. So beautiful day. One more day like this, and then Friday I think is gonna be crappy. All right, seagulls. All right, so I'm going to download these 2 micro discs, or micro chips, whatever you want to call them, onto my computer. Then I'll have a total of 4 and 5 including the brand new one that I just put in there. So it seems tricky to get in there though. There we go. So that'll take me today, tomorrow, and Friday. I have 2 for each. 1 for the rest of today, and then 2 for each day. Friday, Thursday, and Friday. All right. And I think I have enough go-tos in my computer. I bought a really nice waterproof box for this thing, and it's been good so far. Hadn't leaked or anything. And we had some rough water in it. Didn't necessarily want to do that, but I didn't have a choice. I had to have some way to unload my videos. And all I'm doing, I don't even need internet. All I'm doing is putting them on the computer, and then I've been fooling around with them, but when I get back home, I'll definitely go through these. What's it saying? I don't know where the brightness is. It's a new computer. I got some work stuff on it, but I got it because it's got video quality or editing quality or software in it, or hardware, whatever you want to call it. But there's got to be a way to do this. Oh yeah, brightness is at the bottom. There we go. I have light. So basically what I do is I set it up, and it takes like an hour to do this, maybe 2. But I found another one of these readers, so it cut down the time in half because I can stick 2 readers in here at one time. So this is around 50 minutes, which is not bad. So I just keep an eye on it. And then I'll have 2 more free cards, and I'll stick them in this, and this is where I keep my good ones. And then I keep them in this in case I capsize. But I ain't gonna be worried. I shouldn't be worried about that the rest of the trip. Maybe Friday afternoon, it might get a little snotty, but it's blowing out there, but nothing. It's just a breeze. Honestly, it's not anything bad. So I found out a little history about that stack that I think is in day 15, coming into the Crisfield. So back in the day, the Joneses owned the island, and they owned a lot of property. They owned an island, but they had a menhaden factory on this island. It made them a lot of money, but eventually the island eroded. Whatever you want to call it, erosion, global warming, whatever. The beach eroded, or the island eroded away, and they eventually abandoned it, and then gave it to the state of Maryland under the stipulation that they keep the stack maintained, so it doesn't. I guess they protect it from getting washed out to wherever. So that's why all those rocks and everything are around that it's concrete rocks and whatever around that smokestack, which I want to go see today. Hopefully Kent will get here early enough so when we do leave tomorrow, we don't have to do any sightseeing things. We can just go straight to Tangier, because Tangier will be a full day. And then Friday will be go down to the bridge, and then it's over. It's been a wonderful trip. Definitely learned a lot of things about the bay. It's huge. It's beautiful for sure. Probably would have picked in retrospect, a little bit warmer climate than like fall, but I wanted to get rid of the bugs and the summer storms. But now we got, the fall storms, which is where they're called nor'easters, fall and winter storms. And we got one coming Friday evening. So I definitely don't want to be out in that. I've had enough of nail biting, worried I'm gonna put my bow in and I have done it a couple times, into a wave and water coming in the boat. I don't want to do that anymore. And I don't think I'll have to. If Friday's halfway good up until like 4 or 5 o'clock, I'll be fine. And I think that's probably the time it will arrive. But I still have I mean, I'm just north of Maryland, the Virginia state line. So I still have a good, what, 70 miles to go, maybe 80 miles, I'm thinking, down to the tunnel. And it's just straight down the bay. There's no twists and turns to it. The eastern shore is like a giant peninsula. And the east side of the bay is not a lot going on. It's a few coves in there, a few creeks, but I don't have to avoid any islands like out here. You know, there's islands everywhere out here, offshore islands and whatnot on the Maryland side of it, the east side of Maryland. But so it should be a pretty easy run if the winds are favorable. They're saying they're going to be out of the south-southeast, which would be favorable, but I don't trust it. It's been north-northwest for the past 4 days. That's a 180 change, maybe. We'll see. It's only 2 days away, but tomorrow's the big deal. If I see it changing tomorrow, then I'll know we'll have a fairly easy ride. But if it's like it is today, it'll be a little rough, but manageable. And I'll have an extra person on board to help maybe GoPro it. It's really frustrated me that I could not GoPro any of the rough water. I tried for maybe, I think I may have got a few seconds on it, but when you're in rough water, especially on a small boat like that, so if you're in 6-foot swells and you're driving up a wave, you got to remember too now, this water's cold. So if something happens, you fall overboard, you capsize, or whatever the case may be, and you end up in the water, you're gonna probably perish of hypothermia because it's cold. And by the time somebody got out to you, it'd be a recovery mission, not a rescue mission. But anyways, the bay can be really, really bad, and I'm not. I'm kind of done with that. So, you know, I couldn't GoPro it. I wanted to, but I had to have my hand on the throttle and had to have my hand on the steering wheel because every second mattered of having control of the boat. You can't not have control of the boat of either one of those two functions for any amount of time. You can't let go of it at all. And so I couldn't do it. And I've got all these stupid mounts, and I've went through them twice, and I haven't found anything to mount onto the boat, which I'm probably going to try to modify something. I'm good at MacGyvering things. A lot of this trip has been MacGyvering. And maybe that'll work, I don't know. But I have Kent now, you know, so what does it matter? And it's probably not going to be rough. But the other thing I did notice when I went into town to do my laundry is that my railing and a lot of the screws had come loose. And I mean, like, I could see them sticking out loose. So I took a screwdriver and went through every screw that I could find and tightened it up. And the majority of them were loose, really loose. And some of them are stripped. So my railing is not as strong as it would be if they were all tight. I have some screws and those are the ones that I've repaired with epoxy resin, not polyester resin, epoxy resin, and also with fiberglass. So those were pretty tight, but those places, and bigger screws, but those places were where the most tension is on the rail if you lean on it or anything like that. And I thought I did a good job of it. But out there in those seas, man, the boat's twisting and turning, and you know, it just came loose. So that's a fix that I'm gonna have to do. Probably, you really can't do that kind of fix in cold weather, but I'll probably get to it before it gets cold next couple weeks and fix it again. But they're not through-hole fittings, you know, so they're just stuck in the fiberglass, and that's a foam-filled core, so it just goes through the fiberglass like that much. But I had injected it with resin, so those holes that I had repaired had twice as much holding power as they did before I did it, but it just wasn't enough. So long story on that. I'm always waiting on my stories, but I'll fix it. But otherwise, man, the boat's been great. I mean, I can't say enough about it. And you're driving up those waves, and then you're 6 foot up in the ground, off the water basically, because you're on top of a wave. You have to drive on top of it, and then you're standing. I'm 6 foot tall. Then you're standing 6 foot, so you're looking 12 foot down into the trough of a wave, and you're like crossing your fingers, like, oh, I hope I don't push the bow of this boat into the wave, and I hope you don't turn and breach. But I did all right. So, all right. I'm just gonna let this thing run. Let's see where we're at. 20%. That's not bad. All right, that's enough chatting. I forgot I had these in my cooler, and I was digging out my cooler, and I found them, and I was like, oh man, I don't have any. I mean, I didn't. I forgot about them, and I love these. I love chocolate pudding, so I almost had to eat my pudding. Good stuff. All right, I finally finished putting them on the computer and erasing them. So these are good. And I've got 4 blank ones and 1 that's in there that's fairly new. So that should take me to Fisherman's Island, hopefully. And I'm gonna run. I think I still got. I'm at 70% on my battery. So it took 30% to do it. So technically I could probably download 1 or 2 more times if I had to, but I don't think I will. In fact, I might give this computer to, I think I will, to Kent's son Michael, because he'll be coming back to pick him up Friday, or his wife will, one of the two. And then I don't have to take this. I don't have to worry about it at all. All right, my buddy Kent and his son Michael have arrived. He's turned into a muscle, man. Look at this. I know. You need to put him in some fitness magazine. He's starting to look GQ. I like it.
Got enough wood?
Yeah, so we got some wood. Looks like some. Definitely get rid of these beer things. They'll probably come. You're not allowed alcohol in here, but we'll burn this up first. But I did have.
Well, that's me a lot, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, this is good. Where'd you get this?
That's all cherry wood from Bill. It's all the scraps. So
Oh, wow.
Killing, so it's going to go really fast. And so we
This
just
is good wood, though, man. Yeah.
like
That's oak.
it should. Yeah, that is oak, but most of this is cherry.
Yeah,
so that's
yeah,
cherry.
this is cherry.
Some of this was like.
Yeah.
So he must have been doing something here.
Yeah. Cool.
That's all
right.
it does. He just drops that off.
Yep. All right, well, we're gonna unload.
Trying to figure out where to put it.
I mean, right here if you want.
Like right here. Yeah. What we need is a rake.
I got one on the boat.
Right in here. I feel like this is the pad right here. I think it seems fine. It is. It's just hard to fuck.
Yeah, that's another good spot. I don't know if they mind you anything off the site. But yeah, hey, did y'all carry 2-cycle motor oil? What time do y'all close? Okay, I might run down there. Where are you off of? I'm at the campground up the road. Yeah, James Island. Okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you, sir. Okay. He got it. I think I want to go in there and just get down.
You want to go get the truck? Take the truck car there?
Yeah.
Why don't you set stuff up? Why don't you guys go get it? While it's still there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I gotta find my wallet.
This is a Mustang.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, I don't want those anymore in my house.
Hey, look. So, look, this is the truth. So, I went there to take a shower, but they didn't have shower facilities. On the way back, I found a pair of underwear that was actually mine. It dropped from underneath my arm, and they were just sitting in the road here. And people were driving by and looking at it, and they were yours. They were mine. I GoPro'd it. I was like, looks like so if I would have taken a shower, I would have had to free ball it because I would have not known where the hell it went to. I was like, where's my damn underwear?
So there's showers there or not?
No, they're over there.
This is a really nice place.
I know. I love it here. Well, this is going to be interesting. You know what this is for? It's a tent cover, but it's actually a pea cover for a king size bed. But it's got. Is that going to work? I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know about that.
We have no idea. But I was thinking one day when I was in my tent, you know, if it rains, well, what I did is I pulled my cover, my mattress cover out, and I laid it to dry it out. Because the dew was pretty bad over last week. To lay it out in the sun while I got stuff on the boat, and I noticed how well it fit, and I was like, wow, if I get a king size and a pea-proof one, you know, like for old people, that I just put it over there and it'll be like a little diaper for the tent.
All right, man. I like that. I like the process.
Yes.
It's a little painful.
Yeah.
So I did bring my ground sticks in case it gets so windy out there.
Good idea.
You can have some too.
Yeah.
If you, I don't know if you already have
mine.
some.
I actually lost one.
How
So
big
this
is
is
this island that you guys are going to? Like compared to this space, is it?
No, it's much bigger than
Oh,
this.
Oh
What's
yes.
it?
We're either going to Watts Island or we're going to go to Tangier Island.
Watts Island is where
Okay.
we're going.
Okay.
Because that is in
So
the we're going to
this-
visit Tangier.
Yeah, this is my computer. I've already downloaded. I might download some first thing in the morning. With what I've got on the GoPro right now. So I've got four extra ones that'll take Kent and I to the island down at the end of the bay. So you're gonna probably take this tomorrow, and then I pulled some other shit that I don't need. Like I was.
Oh, so then Colleen will drop that off when she comes to pick me up.
Yeah. Yep.
So Watt Island, from what I'm looking at, Ernest, isn't down at the bay. It's right across from Tangier.
Yeah, it's between Tangier and Nancock.
Correct. Yeah. Probably. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, hell, let's go up and get that. It'll just make me feel a lot.
I've only done that one time. So. You know where we're going?
No, but I got this. And that's.
His handheld.
Yeah.
All right. No problem. Drop that. Yeah. Grab it.
Keys were there. Right here.
Oh, tell you what. Let me get my shit out of there.
Hey, Kent, did you bring a
You want to ask me that now?
Well, I was just thinking something to put the tent on, or you just put it on.
I
the ground?
have it dropped
Okay.
off.
All right. Yep.
All right. Okay.
Hey, turn that. Here, I gotta turn that thing off. It's just gonna record forever.
Oh damn! Didn't know it was recording.
Yeah, sorry. All right, we made it back to the island that is kind of a barrier island. I went here the other day and walked halfway to that stack. That's the stack over there. I walked halfway to it, and
That's the only land you can see then. Everything is just at the bay.
Yeah.
So the Potomac's across there somewhere, right?
it's that way,
Okay.
like right that way.
Really? Okay.
But there is an island over here. I think that's Smith.
Smith Island right there. I see it.
No, it's
Tangier?
Blood. I think that's Bloodsmith Island. That's a naval island,
Okay.
naval, like a military bombing range back in the day, like Pools was. And I think that's Smith Island. But it's pretty cool.
Really cool.
Hell yeah.
We're way out here.
I know. And when you get down to the beach, it's mostly sand. There's not a lot of it because the tide's high. But there's some good places in it.
Are we going through wet stuff now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take my socks off.
All right, coming up on the beach here. And take these guys and show it to them. Not much beach, but it's a pretty view, prettier view than as much beach as it is. Not much. So somebody's been on here today. because I had the only footsteps here yesterday. Somebody's been walking the beach. But there's been a lot of people in their kayaks, so they probably kayaked out here. Yeah. Yep. So what's crazy, I know, what's crazy is that's an island that technically is really close to the east side of the bay, if you think about it. So it's a long, hell, it's probably another 15 miles to get to the west side of the bay.
This is a big rock here, man.
It is huge. Well, as soon as you come,
that's why those waves are probably so
oh
big.
my God,
The
yeah.
sea.
Yes. Yeah, look at all, it had all that distance to gather steam. Really pretty. All right, we just came off the island. We're gonna go to the stack. We're gonna come up here, take a right at the campsite, and then cruise back out past those condos. All right, we're gonna see if we can get on this island. There's the stack. That's an old Menhaden factory. We're just gonna park it right here on the beach and see what we can do. All right, so there's the stack. Got critters on the island.
Yes, they are.
We're gonna try to make it to it. I don't know how we're gonna do it. Figure a way. What is this? That, kid, is probably some sort of fox den. Those are dens. Let's just, yep. That's a fox den, dude. Oh yeah.
Look at those little pop prints are. Cool. They're everywhere.
Hold on, maybe not.
It's an animal. Could be an possum.
Oh yeah, that's active. There's somebody in there. Something in there. We'll leave him alone. He leaves us alone, we'll leave him alone. Probably should have brought that machete though. Just in case. I bought it for sea monsters.
Yeah, look at this trail, man.
Yeah,
Where's they
it's a
going?
fox.
Alright, so now I don't know where I am, but I'm following this track through this way.
This is this is a trail for that little critter that's
Sure is.
cooped up in that little sand dune.
I'm not convinced. Oh, there we go.
So there's the remains of the Menhaden factory that was once a huge building here. Wish I could find some pictures of it. So that's it. I guess they were using that as a smokestack when they cooked the Menhaden. Not much to it left. It's crumbling. Huh.
Ah, it's definitely not
Well,
alive.
you said it's skeleton.
You got it?
I don't know. Is it getting it?
It's yeah, you were right there. There's a skull, bones are throughout.
Yeah.
It's been dead for some
That's
time.
probably the freaking cousin or mother or father or uncle or
It's
something.
gotta be a hard place to make to survive. Then they're fishing right off the point, right there.
All right, we're back at the camp. Boat's all tied up. We're gonna cut up some wood. Not cut up some wood, but put it together for a fire. And he brought those from the house, so got a whole bunch more wood over there. Bud Light beer. Oh yeah.
I'll take flip-flops.
But yeah, so that guy over there found a pretty cool arrowhead. He was on that island that I was on the other day. He's probably there at low tide. That's why I found him. All right. Man, it goes so quick. I've been watching it, keeping an eye on it. And I missed the sun going down behind the clouds again. Oh, I can't believe I did it. It's like, you got like 2 minutes to react. And find my GoPro. But I'm taking
taking the photo. I don't care. It is pretty. I just missed the sun going behind the clouds. But we'll get another one when it actually hits the other side of those clouds and it goes beyond the, or goes under the horizon. But it's pretty.
You wait for it to come up and under.
It's going down though.
You don't think it's just behind those clouds?
It's going to go, yeah,
You think
it's going
flat?
down. It's going down. So the only time you'll see it now is when,
Oranges.
with the oranges.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is about another 15 maybe.
Yeah, that's a while.
Yeah, let's see. Maybe actually, I think more than that. But I missed it yesterday because the, you know, standing over there.
Those trees.
Yeah, I couldn't, I was like, oh, okay, I got plenty of time. Not realizing the striations of the clouds.
It's also, that's a big thick thing of cloud. I'm hopeful, Ernest, that we're going to get the underside.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be nice to see it.
Look at this guy's old Mako.
I know, he redid it.